This is It Takes Two. Amy Eiler, JJ Gordon here on the Mighty 790 KFGO, and it is Tuesday, so we've got Too Tall Tom's Terribly Trivial Tuesday Tidbits. Okay, the big question of the day, when is the last time we hit 0 degrees? I know we've now hit a record for the longest. This is the latest, I guess, not the longest, but this is the latest we've been without hitting 0. Is that right?
It happened this late in the winter since 1987.
Whoa!
But, for me, I can go 3,000 days between the last time I hit 0, and that'd still be too soon, but that's just me. Last time we hit 0 or below, or that's below 0, was March 29th when it hit 14 below.
It has been, we've almost gone an entire year. I mean, that's dramatic. It's not been a year. It's been almost 10 months.
Well, today we hit 4 above, so we didn't get there. So we are at 286 days in a row without going below 0.
I'll take it.
That's a good streak.
Tied for 14th ever, okay? We would have to get to 313, which was in 1987, for that to happen. That's not going to happen. That would be 17 more days. In fact, by Friday morning, we should be below 0.
Okay.
So
we're going to wrap it up.
That's about to end, but it was a good streak. You know, it's kind of weird because we're talking about this, and then last spring we were talking about the greatest number of days below 40.
I know. How can we go from talking about setting one record like that to setting a record like that? I mean, it's...
If only we could have told our future selves, it's okay that we aren't hitting 40. It's going to take forever to hit 0.
Yeah, I mean, in the period of, about a year, we've gone from second place ever for consecutive days below 40 to 14th ever for not getting, until we got below 0. It's interesting.
That is interesting.
It's been an interesting year.
It really has.
Throw in the middle all those 90-degree days we had.
Yep.
And we had quite a year.
And a flood warning over this
warning over Christmas, the ice storm.
If you look at just, from this time last year to... this time in 2024, we've had a real roller coaster of a year.
Well, it's been an active weather year, but also of note is the obvious lack of severe weather we had this summer.
Yes. I mean, this summer, almost nothing. The fall into the early parts of our winter, almost nothing. I mean, yes, the ice storm, I realize, but I mean, really no notable big wind and lightning and thunderstorms over the summer.
That one little hailstorm that went through hit my house. I have to replace my roof next spring, but
that was so isolated and
it was so
small.
Isolated.
There really wasn't anything to write home about when it came to severe weather over the summer. I know we just all sort of waited for it.
And that's okay. I think most people, are okay with that, although there is that segment of people, and I talk to them, I know who they are. They like hailstorms. They like tornadoes. They like straight line winds of 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
For those people, don't worry. It'll come again, I'm sure, sometime, somewhere. Hang in there.
It will.
Those are the people who are like, you know what I love? Replacing single pieces of siding. That's just the best Saturday I could ever hope for.
I think those people are related to those who like ice dams, too.
Yeah, they might be.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really to write home about until we got to Christmas, really.
Isn't it kind of nice to not have to talk about, man, you better get that snow off your roof or else, you're going to have ice dams or, the roofs could cave in. Kind of nice not to have to rake your roof, to have to shovel out your driveway constantly. And now I know there are people who want snow out there, and don't worry, over the course of time, we're going to add up a little bit more. In fact, we're taking a big step forward for people who love to ice fish because we're making some ice right now with these really cold temperatures. So for the ice fishing enthusiasts out there, this weather pattern is actually really good news.
That's true. That is very true. We do need to get out ice fishing this year.
For those who like doing that, absolutely.
Even a little bit.
It's even great. I know that the fishermen out there are really looking forward to making ice, but also not having snow at the same time, right? You don't want to have to plow yourself all the way out to the ice shack.
Yeah.
And so
there's a preferred order. It's ice first, then snow.
Someone said, be careful with those streaks. There's plenty of time to get to the how long below 0 streak broken. So that's true. I mean, be careful about the streaks that we like. Maybe if we get below 0, we'll never leave. But
yeah, I don't want to go there. But I'm looking further down the charts. I don't see that happening. Although, I'll tell you what, we're entering into probably about I would say a week and a half to maybe 2-week period of really cold weather that will be accompanied by not that much snow, interestingly enough. So
interesting. Yeah, we have a very brown we took out our tree. We always have a real tree for Christmas.
Yeah.
And usually what I do is I stick it upright in the snowbank so it looks like we have like another tree along the boulevard for a
How'd that
few
work
weeks
out this
before.
year?
Yeah, I can't do that this year. I was like, there's no snow on the boulevard to stick the tree in.
You almost have to bring your tree stand out there
Yes.
with you, right?
Well, we actually went out and took down our Christmas lights that were outside on all
Wow.
the trees and everything. Our theory was, okay, it's cold, just bundle up and do it. But we wanted to get it done so we wouldn't be out there trudging in the snow late winter, early spring. Plus, once it does become spring, we probably would rather enjoy the opening of the golf courses rather than taking
Yes.
Christmas lights down.
There you go. I
So
love
we
that.
did that.
Tom, I think I'm gonna take some credit here, and people can thank me because I spent 3 weekends putting heat cable up on my roof to prevent any ice dams this
did
year.
you really?
Because last year I didn't, and then I ended up with the biggest ice dam I've ever seen.
Right.
So because Mother Nature saw me up on my roof all those weekends, she's been like, "We'll take it easy.
Oh,
No big deal. We're not gonna worry about ice dams this winter."
okay,
And so
cool.
I'm
Well,
looking
thank
forward
you.
to that.
Well, good. Does that mean at the same time, welcome to the world of being a weatherman, so to speak? Does that mean that when the weather takes a turn for the worst, that you can take the blame? Too?
I will. In fact, I mean, I feel like it's the Tom Szymanski taking the blade off of the lawn tractor.
Oh, man.
Be like, oh, the week you do that, the next week we're gonna have some snow.
Well, ever
and-
since I replaced my lawnmower by converting it to a snow blower, it has not moved an inch. In fact, it has square tires right now, and I'm quite okay with that.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe. Okay, so Tom, just looking at your forecast a little
Yeah.
bit, like you are looking at some lower temperatures, which I got to admit this. I think because we didn't gradually get into colder and colder temperatures, today seems unreasonably cold to me. And so I can't imagine what it's going to be like when we go below zero because I
Right.
haven't been conditioned. It's like it's going to just slap me in the face.
Well, it's all relative because, you're right. Normally, by this time in any quote-unquote typical winter, I'll use the word, we would have had a couple snaps of really cold weather, and this would just be like, temperatures in the teens in January. In fact, that's average. My predicted high today is 16, average high is 18, so we're not that far off from there. But what is coming this weekend will be really cold. Now, a lot of this depends on clouds or not, especially during the overnight. If it stays clear and it's not as windy as I think, we could legitimately hit 20 below at night or so. During the day, I don't think this weekend we're going to even hit zero. But it'll warm up, I use that phrase, relatively into early to midweek next week. But I don't see any 30s coming. I don't see any 40s coming anytime soon. In fact, it may be quite a while before we see that again.
Okay, so we are fully on into winter weather. I can
We're
accept
into
that.
it. Yeah, we're there now. So hunker down and get ready. It is January in the Dakotas and Minnesota.
I mean,
Okay,
it
it's
is.
chapstick season then.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, dry skin season.
Yes, it is.
Moisturizer season.
To tell Tom Szymanski, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
All right.
Someone said you ice fish. Yeah, I do. I've been saying for years that I need to get JJ out ice fishing because he's never been ice fishing before.
I haven't either.
oh really?
You've never?
No, I got plenty of ice in the freezer, and I got plenty of places to find fish. I can combine the two quite easily. No, it's not my thing, man. But I at the same time, I understand and have friends and relatives and family who love ice fishing, and I say, go for it, man.
Wow. Okay.
No, I never been ice fishing. I never have.
Okay.
There you go.
JJ, you and I we got that in common.
Yeah, I tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell everyone we're gonna go ice fishing, and then
Sure.
you and I'll just go and like hunker down in a basement somewhere.
Yeah, that's
There
a
you
good
go.
idea. I like that.
Hey, by the way, has anyone officially congratulated you on Green Bay this season? Because I think that you could be walking around here being pretty braggadocious, but you've been pretty humble about it.
Because we're not there yet. We made the playoffs. We made it to the dance, but we haven't taken the girl home yet.
Well, there you go. Okay, so don't put the cart before the horse.
Exactly.
I love it. To tell Tom Szymanski, thanks so much. We'll see you again next year. Well, we'll see you before that.
All
We'll
right,
hear
take
from
care.
you before that.
You bet.
We'll hear from you in about 10 minutes from now again.
Okay.
This is It Takes Two. Amy Eiler, JJ Gordon here until 2 o'clock on KFGO.